Hey guys, PokéDan here. So last night I was scrolling through my subscription box and I noticed there was a new upload from Derek Triforce. This upload was the Pokemon Timeline tag. Basically, if you don't know what the tag is, I have to name all the Pokemon games I've ever owned, from the first to the most recent, and I got to explain how I got the game and my experience playing it. Apart from this, there's only one other rule, and that is at the end of this video, I have to tag 3 other PokeTubers to take part in this challenge. I actually haven't been tagged to do this.
All around me are familiar faces, worn out places, worn out faces.
But I thought it would be fun to make anyway. Derek Triforce will be linked in the description, so I recommend you go check his channel out. But without further ado, let's begin. Okay, so I started playing Pokemon in 2009. At this point, I was only 9 years old. I remember on Toy Day, all my classmates brought in their DS's and they played Pokemon. This was when my friend Alex introduced me to the game. As soon as I got home, I begged my mother for a DS. And a few months later, I got one. I remember waking up on Christmas morning and unwrapping my DS, along with Mario Kart, Super Mario Bros, and Pokemon Platinum. When I started playing Pokemon Platinum, I remember that I couldn't get to Floroma Town. This was because I was a dumb child who skipped through all the text and didn't know where to get Rock Smash. In the end, I actually gave up and my brother and I swapped games. He now had Pokemon Platinum and I had Sonic vs Mario at the Olympic Games. My brother also couldn't figure out what to do, so we traded back and my mother actually had to get Rock Smash for me. After Pokemon Platinum, I took a break from Pokemon for a while, but the next Pokemon games I did get were Pokemon Black and Pokemon Black 2 in 2012. Like with Platinum, I got these games for Christmas along with a swanky new 3DS. I didn't play the games until like March though, because I remember being addicted to Mario Kart 7. Strangely, I remember 12-year-old me decided to play Pokemon Black 2 before playing Pokemon Black. But nevertheless, I did enjoy playing these games and it brought back my love for the Pokemon franchise. After playing through the main 5th gen games, I started to enjoy watching PokeTubers such as Nappy and Game Boy Luke. I also found out that there were going to be 2 new Pokemon games coming out in October of 2013. Of course, these games were Pokemon X and Pokemon Y. I chose to buy Pokemon X because I preferred the color blue. Pokemon X was actually the first game I ever pre-ordered. I remember that as soon as my birthday came and I got my birthday money, I got my mother to drive me down to the local game shop and that's when I pre-ordered Pokemon X. I enjoyed X and Y, but I was a little let down about the lack of aftergame. Nevertheless, these games were awesome and I decided to watch more and more YouTubers discuss and play through the games. After playing through Pokemon X, I played through most of the other Pokemon games on an emulator. I had so much fun playing through Pokemon Blue, Silver and Sapphire on my laptop. Even though at first the game seemed a little outdated, they quickly grew on me. On May 7th, 2014, remakes of Ruby and Sapphire were announced. I remember being so hyped about these games that I went to the game shop as soon as I could to pre-order them, but the people at the shop didn't know the games were even announced yet. Even though I didn't play the 3rd gen games when they first came out, I still loved the remakes. I remember when I first went to pick up the games after school when they first came out. I had to go to the cinema with my family to see Paddington, but whilst the movie was playing, I paid no attention. I was too busy stuffing my face with popcorn and playing Pokemon Alpha Sapphire. Of course, I pre-ordered Pokemon Alpha Sapphire because it's blue. In November of this year, Pokemon Sun and Moon are going to be out. This time, I pre-ordered both games and I'm really hyped for them. Personally, I want them to stop releasing information because at this rate, we won't have much left to look forward to for the games. I'm supposed to tag 3 people to take on this challenge, so I tagged Unistasia, Ozzy Mitsu, and Ghostly Felis. And if you guys want to take on this challenge, feel free to. Anyway, everything you need to know about the challenge will be in the description. I'm looking forward to see how your videos will turn out. On screen now is an annotation to Derek Triforce's video on this. He's the creator of this great tag, so be sure to give him some support. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe for more. But for now, I've been PokeDan, you've been amazing, and I'll see you guys next time.